At a restaurant, Casey sits alone during her classmate's party. Birthday girl Claire complains about Casey to her parents, saying these are the consequences of pity invites. She talks about the rumors surrounding Casey, like her running away from home often and causing too much trouble at school. Casey's guardian can't pick her up because the car broke down, so Claire's father volunteers to drive her home. Casey and Claire get in the car with Marcia while Claire's father puts all the gifts and leftover food in the trunk. At that moment, he's approached by someone. Claire hears a weird noise, and when she looks in the mirror, she sees the leftovers on the ground. Suddenly Dennis gets on the driver's seat, puts on a mask, and sprays a sedative on Claire's and Marcia's faces to knock them out. Casey slowly moves her hand to open the door, but the car makes a beeping sound and Dennis knocks her out too. Sometime later, the girls wake up in a strange room. As they wonder what happened to Claire's dad, Dennis comes in and puts down a chair, which he cleans before sitting. He looks at the girls for a few seconds and announces that he chooses Marcia first. As Dennis drags her from the bed, Marcia struggles to free herself, and Casey tells her to pee herself. Marcia isn't strong enough to escape Dennis' hold and he takes her out of the room before closing the door. Marcia screaming no over and over can be heard through the door, and a desperate Claire rushes to pound on it to no avail. Eventually Dennis opens the door, hitting Claire in the process. He leaves Marcia on the bed and makes some weird noises of disgust before leaving. Marcia explains that he wanted her to dance for him and peeing herself effectively kept him away. Casey dissociates from the situation by thinking about her childhood. Her Uncle John was telling the story of a huge deer he encountered, and her father reminded Casey of the right spot to shoot while hunting. Meanwhile, the news of the girl's kidnapping is already on TV. Claire's father is fine and went to the police as soon as he woke up. Dr. Karen is watching the news, but she rushes to her computer when she gets an email from someone named Barry asking her for an urgent therapy session. Back to the girls, Claire wants to make a plan to attack Dennis together, but Casey points out that he's so strong that he'll easily knock them down. She thinks getting hurt will only make their chances of escaping worse. An argument ensues, so Casey escapes into her memories again, remembering more hunting lessons from her father. Sometime later Karen is visited by Dennis, although she calls him Barry. He's brought her a bunch of clothing designs he's made, and his demeanor is much relaxed and friendly. Barry talks about many different topics, so Karen keeps mentioning the email, wondering if something happened. Suddenly Barry's mannerisms change and he says the email was just a moment of weakness, so he's leaving. Karen is suspicious because he's not taking his sketches back, so he grabs them and thanks her for fighting for them.